Really, for King of the Hammers, there's only one goal. It's to go and win. The King of the Hammers race is one of my favorite races. I love the terrain. I love the atmosphere.
If you're an off-road racer, you want to participate in that event. You want to be able to finish it and say you did the King of the Hammers. It's very challenging, and it's what off-road racing really should be. Two Trucks King of the Hammers, it was on our schedule for this year to do that.
So it's been almost 10 months since we've raced the trophy truck. Our last race with it was San Felipe. We just kind of ran the 6100 truck all last season. So it was definitely a learning curve to hop back in that truck, and the speed took me a few miles of testing just to feel normal in it again.
He got to run his 24 truck and I ran the 6100 truck.
So for me, I really enjoy the prologue. Doesn't matter if it's 30 miles, 40 miles. I do better desert racing, and so basically a prologue to me is a desert race. And the first 2 miles is pretty intense. You got to be on it. Lot of dangers. It goes to wide open lake beds, smooth flowing roads. And then you get into some fast stuff, but then you got some big G-outs on top of it that, you know, you got to have your notes really good to be quick in the prologue. We ended up qualifying 5th, and I was pretty happy with that with the start of this race.
The prologue, I think it's very interesting to do that part. I'm not a good qualifier. I'm always mid-pack on that part. It takes me a few miles to get up to speed. having a 40-mile course for prologue is awesome. Your time gets added to your race day time to do that. So it's an advantage to do as well as you can on that part of it right there. We wound up, I think, 15th and started the day that way.
Race morning, you know, I like that it's later in the afternoon. I'm not an early morning person, so a 12 o'clock start for me allows me to wake up, kind of relax and get going. Side-by-side starts are always a little nerve-wracking. You know, you never want to get beat, start off your day sitting in dust. Luckily, I beat my guy off the line, who was Eric Harden. Had a good start, and from there just never looked back.
We started next to Bear Nunley on that part, another Herps truck, and they got us off the line right there, so we were a little bit behind the 8-ball right off the bat. The 6100, you have to get it right off the start. You can't lay back 90%. You got to be 100% right off that.
Probably 5 miles in, I saw Jurgensen was off to the side, so we know we got one guy. 10 miles in, there was another guy, something broke and he was off to the side. 25 miles in, there was JP Gomez off to the side, changing a flat. I got him just before he got back on in. And then after that, it was just chasing Tim Herbst down in his dust. I know we had him on time. And that was really my goal, is just stay on him. If I can't pass him, just stay on him. And our first lap was really smooth.
So as we ran through the race, we were starting to pick off some cars and doing that. We had a very clean first lap. We got by a couple of trophy trucks. Our first lap was actually flawless.
The whole first lap went really well for us. Starting lap 2, we're still physically second behind Tim Herbst. And we were just running really good. We were still just outside of his dust by about 30 to 40 seconds. About 25 miles in, he was off to the side with a flat tire, and that's when I got around him. When you get around the guy in your first physically, it's the best feeling, but also the most nerve-wracking, because you want to make sure you don't have any issues and basically hand the race over to someone else because you messed up. So the last 70 miles were definitely nerve-wracking to make sure I didn't do anything wrong, get any flat tires, made no mistakes.
My personal goal is for me, if I can finish anywhere in the top 10, I consider that a success for me. I want to say we're about 25 miles from the finish, and I heard Jonathan Cameron, the crew chief for the 24 truck, come over the radio and said, "Hey Adam, we think you got it right there." So obviously that makes a good day for our whole team right there.
You know, when you know you're first, you know, you don't talk about that you're in first. You don't want to jinx yourself. You don't want to do something and then hit a rock and get a flat tire, which we did hit a rock, but we didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about, all right, is that tire going or not? We just knew we were all good. You know, we just wanted to make sure.
Coming to the end of the second lap, about 8 miles from the finish, we got a flat tire, and that set us back probably 4.5 minutes.
The King of the Hammers win for us is by far our biggest win so far, especially in trophy truck.
But let's give it up for our unofficial first place, Mr. Adam Householder.
my name gets to be on a trophy forever, you know, or next to Menzies and Luke McMillan and Kyle Jurgensen, my name will always be on there.